maybe like a hump day situation, maybe even a Friday junior situation. We're far from it, but that's okay because we are together. So let's celebrate that. Might look like I have a little bit of a new setup here today. That's because I'm coming to you from Miami. I just landed less than 2 hours ago, ran straight to my friend's house, set up in her extra room here that I am staying in, and now I'm live with y'all. So we got a lot to talk about. It is the week and weekend of returns to Bravo because Rachel Zoe has announced her return to the network that we used to love her on so much. Monique Samuels is coming back to Potomac. Watch out, Giselle. And Brynn Whitfield is returning to Private Life. Brynn Whitfield has announced that she's leaving RHONY, so we're going to talk about that. Feel free to drop your comments. Let me know what you're thinking, and we're going to get started. Yes, like I said, feel free to drop comments on all the topics, and I will get to them at the end. And let me know how your weekend was. Did you guys do anything fun and exciting? Or did you, just ride on the couch? Because sometimes we got to do that too. I ain't judging you. Also, did you get your BravoCon tickets? I know we talked about that a little bit on Friday, but I'm still seeing lots of discussion about it. So let me know where you stand. Yours truly still does not have any tickets, but we're going to hope for the best. Okay. So let's just go in order of the way that this news started. Okay. Last weekend, like Friday evening, Rachel Zoe, it announced that she was not only coming back to Bravo, but she's coming to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So maybe Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has got a budget because obviously I feel like Rachel has mega money. I do think there's also some sort of value attached to certain people returning to the network. I think that, almost like they can hold the leverage. Like, if you want me, you got to pay me versus someone who's like maybe desperate to come back and the network knows it. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the thing with Beverly Hills. People like to talk crap on it, but the ratings hold always. The ratings are like continuously fire. So, while that is great, it's also kind of stressful in the sense that, I mean, the producers have a lot to live up to every year. So it's like, last year, I think ratings, despite a lot of other Housewives shows going down, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills did a lot. They performed quite well, but that means that also it's like the budget's got to stay high and they got to keep paying these people big bucks. And we all know my girl GB Garcelle, while I hate to see her go, she definitely probably opened up a lot of room in the budget because I know Garcelle required probably quite a bit to coin to do the show, and rightfully so. So I think that room opened up in the budget and they said, who we gonna pay? So let me know, are you excited to see Rachel Zoe on the show? I was looking back. She was on for 5 seasons. Her show was on from 2008 to 2008 to 2013, which is, I mean, that's a pretty good run. You got to think a lot of shows we don't see past 1-2 seasons these days. So 5 seasons, good for you, girl. I'm really curious to know who at Evolution and stuff was really, what was their interest in contacting her, particularly right now. I'm wondering if she's one of those housewives that they've contacted like every year and she continuously turns it down, So interesting to see, what the reason was that she came back this year and the circumstances that led her to do so. As soon as she gets divorced, she comes back to Bravo. KM says, listen, divorce lawyers ain't cheap, so maybe that's why she's coming back, and which if so, I hate. I want her to come back under better circumstances because she's excited to. Perhaps maybe her husband never really wanted to do the reality TV thing anymore, and this is now that if they're divorcing, maybe she can do what, not have to worry about him. So who knows? But she's joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It will be their 15th season. We're getting old. And seemingly season 15 is already in full swing. Erica was filming, she was filmed performing at a festival in London. And allegedly, we don't know if it's true, but allegedly Dorit and Bose were there and cameras were up. So I don't know why they didn't have my girl Kyle there, but we'll figure that out later. Yeah, so seems like Beverly Hills is in full swing. Seems like they're taking big steps, big moves to make sure that they solidify and secure another ratings worthy season. So we will see. Let me know, what are your predictions for Rachel? Like, is she going to be coming in hot? Is she going to be fighting with people? Who do you think she's going to fight with? Who will she clash with, and who will she bond with? Put in your bets now, and then we're all going to decide how much money we want to put in. Just kidding. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm excited for them. I think it's a good move. I think that anytime you bring in a big name, there's obviously just kind of, it's like a power statement, you know. But let's just hope it's an actual power follow through, and not along the lines of a Jenna Lyons, where everyone's like making this big deal that they got some huge name, and then she does absolutely nothing other than breathe on camera. If we're lucky, on a good day that she wants to film that. You know what I'm saying? I said it. Sorry. I probably shouldn't have, because one time I joked something about Jenna and I thought I was going to get tore up. The fans were, she's got some loyal ones, let me tell you. So let's move on. Rachel Zoe isn't the only one who's making a return to the network. That's right, because get your binders out, baby. Monique Samuels is coming back. It was reported by People this week that Monique is coming back, I believe, as a friend, which I was kind of surprised. So let's talk about a few things. Number one, apparently, so like Beverly Hills, Potomac's already been filming. And apparently, see, at first I was like, does that mean that the season's like boring and they had to bring, you know, someone in at the last minute to try and just like spice it up, or halfway through? Because that's never really the best sign, you know? However, apparently she's been filming. I think someone said she's been filming for a while, and they were just able to keep it on the low, which is like, when's the last time in Bravo world that something actually stayed under wraps, you know? I mean, maybe between this and the Rachel Zoe thing, maybe that's been in works for a while too, because you got to think, we're now in the days of blind gossip. Like Bravo and Cocktails, Dumois, they be picking up everything. They be dropping hints and little breadcrumbs for weeks. And so by the time the announcements come, are we shocked? No. We're into the announcements, but it's nowhere near the level of shock and jaw drop worthiness that it would have been had it been a surprise. And so maybe I just missed it, but I don't remember anything about Rachel Zoe being in the blind gossips. I don't remember anything about Monique Samuels coming back being in the blind gossips. So either the blind gossips are getting off their game, or the Bravo NDAs have gotten a lot more scary. People are terrified to talk. I don't know. So interesting, but I also, I did a post on Twitter and Instagram, memes about Monique returning, and was surprised at how much it blew up on Twitter. Basically joking about how Giselle finally got rid of Mia only for Monique to return, you know? And the only reason I'm talking about it is, as I've said on lives before, it's just so fun with those little moments where the internet kind of comes together and like celebrates and kind of feels the same way, or, you know, a community online. And when they come together to feel the same way, and I feel like, especially within the Bravo community, because we disagree almost all the time. So it was just nice to see so many people having a laugh and getting a good old giggle out of the thought of Giselle not necessarily being the most excited about Monique's return. But they're already in full swing. The news came out, I think it was same day or the next day. There was a float at World Pride with the whole cast on it, majority of the cast at least, and Monique was there. So really, really excited to see her come back. Would love to know what your thoughts are on her coming back. I also feel, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like, I know that Monique and Chris split, and so maybe all his money ain't her money anymore, but I feel like she's probably decently okay. Like, I don't feel like Monique needs the Bravo money. Maybe I'm wrong. So to me, the paycheck was good, because that's why she was like, fine, I'll do it, you know? Because remember, they've talked to her in the past about doing traders and stuff like that, and she never would. So she seems to be like one of those, like a Gretchen. Gretchen said for years she would always come back if the money was right. 12 years later, she came back. So I was like, cha-ching, you know your worth. I love that. So I want to lean on the side that of assumption that Monique is getting paid a good coin, and rightfully so. So I hope that it'll be interesting to see her life. I mean, she's in a completely different situation since we last saw her. Her and Chris have separated. Her kids are older. I believe, she lives alone, I guess, with them. I think, is she still working on the morning radio show? Hopefully we'll get to see that. So it'll just be interesting, and to see her in a friend capacity. So maybe we won't even get at much home content with her. I really don't know, but excited to see her reintroduction into the group and how they set it up, the response to her reentry into the group. And I'm also excited to see the Karen of it all, because obviously Karen's not involved, but it's going to have to be a point of conversation. And so I'm really curious to see her thoughts on it, and how, while reemerging into the group, that topic of conversation plays out. What do y'all think on Monique coming back? Are you excited? Are you not excited? And what are your overall thoughts on repeat, like talent returning? Be it they're gone for a long time or a short time. A Gretchen, a Rachel Zoe. She's never been on Beverly Hills, but she's returning to Bravo. A Monique. Are you someone who gets excited about that stuff? Or are you someone that's like, womp womp, I want new blood? Because I am all about, give me a familiar face. I want to see somebody that I know, somebody that I'm already invested in, but I know a lot of people feel like there has to constantly be new blood to keep the shows feeling alive and revitalized. And I personally do not fall under that. I could watch Vicky, Gina, Kimberly, Lori, and Joe read the phone book for 87 years and go to the same Starbucks drive-thru and go to the same workout class at Wednesday at 2:00 and have their standing hair appointment every second Thursday at 3:30. I like routine. I like tradition. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my reality TV folks, I like knowing what I can expect. Okay. So let me know how you feel. And if you do like new blood, then you might be excited about this next topic that we're going to discuss, which is that Brynn Whitfield has announced her departure from New York, Real Housewives of New York, the reboot. Not really sure an announcement was needed because I kind of just assumed that she was gone after that last reunion performance. It was rough. And it was like involving the whole topic. It was just stuff. I don't even like to go back on it. It was just dark and weird. Needless to say, I didn't think we needed an announcement, but Brynn, I wish you the best. And I'm not even talking crap. I just thought that it was very much assumed that she probably would not come back. But yeah, Brynn is out. And that means that season 16 will be Brynless. But we are going to hopefully probably get some new blood. I saw a tweet now. This is, again, y'all know I love my little random Bravo accounts that I think are on to tea sometimes and could be absolutely nothing. But one of them said they think that we're apparently getting 2 newbies, 3 newbies. We might get no newbies. It could be, but I think that that'd be a good number. I think that if they're going out with someone, I think they need to come back with a bang. I think we need a familiar face. I think we need another big name that's new. I'm also wondering what's going to happen with Uba. Because Uba's getting engaged, and didn't everyone say that her man lives in like Connecticut? So not sure how that will work. Perhaps she could be a friend of. I think Uba could be a great friend of. But I'm wondering if it will be departures from both Brynn and Uba as we head into season 17. And it is just kind of like, you can't help but question or think about it. It's like, why are some of these other shows picking up and getting cameras up so quickly and so suddenly soon after reunion time? And then others like New York, which have been off for months, and we're still just like to me, the cast announcement from Brynn was like, where'd that come from? I forgot we were even talking about New York right now. Like, girl, we got Rhode Island to think about. Miami is coming on tomorrow. I'm still watching Atlanta. Like Rachel Zoe's going back to Beverly Hills. There's just a lot going on. So like right now, RHONY was not on my radar. So it was just kind of like, okay, thanks for the update, I guess, All right. Well, before we wrap up, let's go back to y'all's comments and chit chat. Let's see. She'll probably kiss Kyle's ass because of Kathy Hilton, Paris Hilton. So you think that Rachel will kiss Kyle's ass? Good. I want somebody to come on and kiss Kyle's ass. I'm sick of everybody going after Kyle for nothing. And everybody says, Kyle doesn't do anything. Kyle doesn't do anything. Well, then I beg y'all for the love of God to talk about somebody else. Because if Kyle doesn't do anything, then why is her name in every damn body's mouth every single season? Every single storyline is about what Kyle did or didn't do, what Mauricio's doing or didn't do, what Kyle doesn't or doesn't want to talk about. Meanwhile, everybody over here finagling, doing all kinds of God knows what, and not talking about that on camera. So if Kyle's so boring, stop talking about it. I don't get it. So to answer your comment, KM, I hope somebody comes in and kisses Kyle's ass. It's about damn time. Chicago says Rachel Zoe is iconic. What Taylor and Brad did to her was BS. I love Rachel Zoe. Tell me, so I'm guessing you watched her show, Chicago. What was it about? Just like her business, her life? Because I don't remember from back in the day. I was a late bloomer. So let's see. Can't wait until they address the Karen situation. I know. I'm really curious to see how much they lean into the Karen situation, if any at all, because she's not there to defend herself. And also, you can't talk about someone that's quite literally no longer a cast member all season long, despite how much we may know them. I'm wondering if like Ray will film with like Giselle, like a lunch or something, just to give a little update. That would be cool. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm very, very curious because we know that they didn't do her. Remember that little depiction recreation thing that they had of her car wreck on the last season premiere? A mess. So we'll see. You are my kind of people. Sorry, I'm talking so much. Chicago, don't you ever apologize for talking so much. You're my kind of people too. Bye, Brynn. Hello, Lindsay Hubbard. Listen, I guess we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? I think she still has a sugar daddy. Who are we talking about? Brynn? Probably wrong for me to assume. Sorry. Just saying. Let's see. 9 new messages. Oh my gosh, they're just, oh my Lord. Okay, scrolling. Where we go? What do you think about Dolores going to Rhode Island? I think that it's creative and innovative. I also think that there's such a weird fine line between like breaking the fourth wall and not insulting viewer intelligence, but also organically producing. And while it would be perfect if Dolores does have a real connection and relationship with some of these women, part of it also just feels kind of like a Phaedra only being cast to Atlanta when they got rid of Kenya, like a produced move. You see what I'm saying? And I guess I'm saying that to say I hope that it feels natural and doesn't feel overly produced, if that makes sense, and doesn't feel that they needed just talent that they could depend on to go there and be a good, happy medium for folks. I really don't know. But yeah, the introduction and the way in which she explains her connection to the group, I think will be very, very, very important. But let me know. What do you think? Are you into her going or not? Queen, happy Monday, everyone. Hey, Christian. Hey, Queen. Thank you for joining. Happy Monday. Chicago, should I share my video of Dolores filming in Rhode Island? I caught them at a restaurant. Are you send it. Show it to me, Rachel. You're not allowed to leave the live until you send it. Can you send videos in here? I'll send you my number. Can I secretly? Somebody help me chat with Chicago privately. I need her to get my number. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Kyle and Mauricio also got back together. Well, thank God. I wish they would. I'm over this. It was like your own parents breaking up. Hey, Ashley. Good to see you. Rachel Zoe is the OG of styling Hollywood. Iconic. Julia, Christian, hi. Finally caught you live. I always have to watch later. Well, not today, you don't. Hey, Julia. Thank you so much for joining. I'm coming to you live from Miami. Miami Housewives Wednesday, yes, and I'm here for the premiere party. That's tomorrow. Feel the rush. I love anything Dolores. Well, I love Dolores videos of her filming Rhode Island. So how about you send them? Not being mean, I'm just asking politely. Oh, man. Mine went out right when he called my username. Oops. Wait, are you talking about me? Sorry. You're back, though. Hey, Queen. What up, boo? Wait, who was Dolores kissing? I'm late to the party. Dolores wasn't kissing nobody, I don't think. Somebody said that they had video of Dolores filming Rhode Island Housewives at a restaurant. And I said, show it, please. Can we crowdfund? Do a GoFundMe. What's your goal? What's your limit? I'll ask everybody I know to donate. You know, give me a number. Just give me a number. Love you, Julia. Julia, where are you watching from? Ashley, where are you watching from? Queen, where are you watching from? What are y'all most excited for Miami Housewives this year? Like, are you excited for any certain cast member to catch up with them? We have a newbie, Stephanie, joining us. Miami's cast is so consistent. That people don't understand. That's why I say it's so important. Like, again, I feel like Miami can have the same cast for 85 seasons and we'll be okay with it because it just works. Like, they waste no time. Also, I love that their blend of friend of and full-time castmates is seemingly all over the place, and there will never be a rhyme or rhythm to it, if that makes sense. Like, if you look at the trailer, it's the Marisol show. It's the Marisol movie. She is all over that trailer. But she's a friend of. Adriana, we know what kind of big roles she's played in previous years. Friend of. So I just kind of like that there's not really like, it doesn't have to stay that way. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just do what feels right. Or like, this is your title, whatever, you know. I'll comment my email on one of your videos. Okay, perfect. I'll have my folks here at Hurrdat that I work with, we'll scour and find it. Okay. I'm in Washington, D.C. Hey, Julia in D.C., Oakland, California. What's up, Ashley in Oakland? I don't want anybody. I'm just glad I found a channel of Bravo people who love Bravo like me. You have found your people, boo. You found your people. I miss Adriana having taglines. Yes, I believe actually one of my best friends, I'm pretty sure his all-time favorite tagline is Adriana's, like where she says, I can speak so many languages, but I can get a man with no words or something like that, which is kind of iconic, I have to say. Lindsay, you're excited for Julia and Adriana's falling out. I kind of am too, but I also am like, is it going to show a side of Julia we haven't seen, or is it going to just kind of echo some of the things the women have said and, you know, kind of accused and blamed Adriana for in the years past? Like, will it be a similar situation with Julia? Will we see similar things? Kind of a very telling situation if you think about it, you know? It will be. So let's see. Also, Nico, you said you miss Adriana having taglines. I know I responded, but I think that was your first comment. So hi, welcome. Queen is from Arizona, San Diego native. Oop, oop. Let's see. I'm just excited for OC. Listen, Queen, I wish I was excited for OC, but it's hard without my girl on. You know, like, I just want her to be on a little bit, like a dinner, a party or two, a little whoop it up trip to Mexico. Not one time will we see Vicky this season. Sad, 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 sad. But I'm sure they're going to have a really good season. I do think they will. What's your tagline if you were a housewife? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I used to have some back in the day, but they're silly now. I have to really think about it. I don't know. Something about being an only child, being gay, being sensitive, making memes. What kind of person am I? Good God. I asked ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT. I am a Real Housewives aficionado. I am gay, single, only child, and love to make memes. Please provide me 10 tagline options for a Real Housewives tagline of my own. Let's see how bad these are. Are y'all ready? Here we go. Watching from NC, my folks. We're at NC. I live in Charlotte. Why didn't OC take new cast pics? Their photo is the same. I know I hate we don't get new cast pictures, but I guess Gretchen was the only updated photo, so it essentially would have been doing all new cover art and key art for one person. I don't care what anyone says, Shannon held her own last season. Yes, she did. Okay, these are okay. I may be an only child, but I bring the main character energy. That's whack as hell. I'm single by choice, just not always my choice. Well, I was raised alone, but I never show up solo. Oh, that's a good one. Some people collect friends. I collect receipts and memes. I don't collect memes. I make the memes. My love life is a mess, but my meme captions are flawless. You know what? That's kind of true. Why cry over men when you can meme about them? Also very true. I like that one. I've got no kids, no man, and no filter. I guess I'm doing just fine. I guess. I don't know if those are funny or make me want to cry. You know? Oh my goodness. I'm an Eastern NC, Nico says, but I go to college in Greensboro, so not too far from Charlotte. Hey, I know exactly where that is. I love that. Really enjoyed your podcast with Shannon and Vicky. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was we got so much wonderful feedback from that episode. Queen, when she opens up her bar, they should for sure do a trip. Well, I know I'm gonna do a trip. Don't get it twisted. All right. KM says, so good. All right, we're gonna close out with, I'm gonna do 5 more taglines. I told it to make them chaotic. So let's see what it gives me as we wrap up. My standards are low, but right now my blood pressure is higher than ever. If you only knew how true that is right now. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for someone to fight in my comment section. Baby, just keep that engagement going. That's all I know that is right. Fight on, baby. Fight on. Why do you think I love posting Jersey memes? I post one thing about Teresa and people are in there talking crap to each other for 87 days. They're still talking crap on a meme I made when she got out of jail 10 years ago. Thank you. I appreciate the engagement. If you think I'm too much, wait until you see my drafts folder. That does not apply to me. Ain't nothing in my drafts folder. I share it all. Share it all. I was raised on reality TV and spite, and it shows. When I die, and here lies Shannon Bedore, here lies Christian Gray Snow, who was raised on reality TV and spite, and it showed. And on that note, I don't know a better way to go out. So as always, thank you all so much for joining me today. I will be back here on Wednesday to give you a recap of the Real Housewives of Miami premiere party. Bear with me on the timing for Wednesday. I do have a flight that evening, so I'm not sure if I'll do the live here, if I'll do it from the airport. We'll see. So bear with me, but I will be coming to you, and I will post updates on my Instagram or Hurrdat's Instagram. So just make sure you're following us there. Slide in the DMs and let us know what you want to chat about. And I can't wait to see y'all Wednesday, and it's almost time to feel the rush. Yeah. All right, Chicago, don't forget, I'm looking for that video. Bye. See y'all later.